everyone, 3 hour evening. This movie dropped on Netflix. It's called Maggie Moore, and this movie is starring John Hamm, Tina Fey, and this movie it is directed by John Slattery. So this movie, I'll be talking about spoiler. If you have not seen it, spoiler warning. I'll go about the plot, which does contain spoiler. If you have not seen it, check this out. Then check out my review. So in this movie, this movie starts with we see this husband. He's having a trouble with his wife, and his wife name is Maggie Moore in this movie. And we see he ran this like a sub shop, and where he buy all this expiry item from this guy. And this guy, he's basically a small criminal type. He does this thing, but anyway, he get caught that he was doing this buying this I guess rotten stuff from him. Then his wife finds out, Maggie Moore, and basically she threatened to expose him. So he basically, in this movie we see, like, this movie starts with we see he basically kills her in this movie. Like, he gets someone to kill Maggie Moore, and then we see John Hamm, he investigate Maggie Moore's murder in this movie. And we see in this movie, Tina Fey, she plays Maggie Moore's next door neighbor. And in this movie, it is kind of like a crime thriller slash comedy slash romantic. All this genre in this movie, it's all like a mash together. I personally, when this movie started, I was like, what is this movie? This movie actually, overall, it's not bad. It's not bad. But unfortunately, the way this movie starts, it doesn't create any suspense or any thriller for its audience. That, like, first 30 minutes for this movie, it starts really bad. But once it gets going, once we meet Tina Fey and John Hamm's character in this movie, I thought this movie was quite overall, it was okay. Like, I didn't mind end of it. I was like, whoa, it wasn't that bad. But it could have been great if this movie didn't start with that other Maggie Moore. In this movie we see she's getting murdered by this guy, which like totally ruined the suspense for this movie. So this movie centers around Maggie Moore. So there is a two Maggie Moore on I guess in the same city. They're living there. Once, I guess, this guy, when he kills his wife, and the detective, when they start investigate, detective will figure out that he kills his wife. So what he does in this movie, somehow he figures out that there's a two Maggie Moore. So he kind of kills both of this Maggie Moore in this movie. And this movie starts with, basically we see the first Maggie Moore getting killed and his wife, and then this movie goes from there. And I guess it is very clever of him trying to kill both of them off, so he will not be, I guess, the prime suspect of this murder. And John Hamm, his relationship with Tina Fey, I personally really like both of these actors. Maybe that is why I really enjoyed it. But if you don't like this actor, you're not gonna be like, oh, this movie is cool or anything like that. Like, this is, I thought the story point of view is interesting, that, the two of this Maggie Moore, they both get killed, and then I guess movie goes from there. I guess Tina Fey, her character was interesting in this movie. She was really real when she was saying, she's really lonely and she has like nobody to friend with, and she was trying to be friend with this Maggie Moore in this movie. And I was like, whoa. Very real life drama. And John Hamm, he plays this, I guess, widow, like, what is it called? His wife passed away and he's trying to move on with his life. And he's the chief detective, and I guess he somehow get connected with Tina Fey, because half of this movie, it is about their romantic relationship. So that is why I'm explaining their story also. But yeah, this was interesting, how this husband, he tried to, get murdered the other Maggie Moore, so he will not be I guess, suspected. Yeah. This movie, I guess, it didn't create any suspense for its audience. That is why I think the beginning of this movie, it was roughest start. But overall, I thought this movie was okay. I think some people will enjoy this, but some people will not. John Hamm, he wasn't that good in this movie. But his character was interesting. I felt sorry, like, oh, his wife passed away and he's trying to, he has this scene with this. This is like a very low budget, okay movie. Like, I didn't mind it, but didn't love it either. Overall, this isn't very well directed or well put together. However, the center of the story was quite interesting. I think some audience will enjoy. I enjoyed, and that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.